fuck is up, man? This your host, Big Cal, man, back again. TNP, man, we live again. What up? What up, North Cac? What up, Carolina, man? What up, Kansas City, man? What up, this no foe, man? We holding this shit down like never fucking done. I guarantee you have never seen it done this motherfucking superbly. You feel me? As you can see, man, I got my guest host, man, a regular guest here, co-host, Zoe, man. Holla at him, man. Tell him a little something.
But checking back like another, coming in for another edition of TNP. Here to give you real knowledge. We ready to give you some jewels. I'm gonna drop them. Just listen up.
Big facts, man. This is what we do on this channel, man. This channel is all about manhood, masculinity, leading the community, being activists, being doing actionable things, being a man of action, being a woman of action, being a man of accountability and a woman of accountability. This channel is it's not for your average Joes. It's not for those that want to soft shoe and tap dance around real poignant questions and things in the community that really need to be talked about. Things that are really just thrown under the rug and eschewed from society and the black culture. We go right at that. That's what the fuck we do, man. So, man, we talk about relationships. Today it could be sports, could be economics, could be black empowerment, man. Today we're gonna talk about male and the black male and the black female relationship status, man. Let's jump into it, man. Let's get into it, man. We're gonna talk about relationships today, man. A little bit interracial relationships, pros and cons, relationship goals. Hey, we're gonna talk about. We might well talk about the man. We gonna get into it, man. We're gonna talk about that Sierra Russell Wilson pivot podcast situation where he was, deemed lame or whatever like that. Man, we're just gonna talk about a lot of shit. Sports, man. Let's get it, man. It's what the fuck we do, man. So I appreciate y'all listening. Without further ado, we're just gonna jump into it. Which do you want to start or you want me to start? Or we're gonna. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let you do it because I'm gonna let you lead. Go ahead, do your thing, bro. These are your topics, so a lot of these are your topics. So I wanna piggyback off you and go off what you think. Your thoughts.
Okay. What made me want to go into these topics is your viewpoints on interracial relationships. You feel like we shouldn't intermingle. We should stay with our kind. Be with whoever we were born into, basically. For me, I kind of got the same perspective, but I also have an objective perspective too. Like, you should love whoever loves you, and whoever's good for you. A lot of black relationships are built off chaos. A lot of black women, I feel like they look at men, and if he's not a chaotic figure or a toxic display of manhood, they're not interested. That's just my perspective. And from what I see, a lot of black women look at white men as a peaceful character, a person who is gonna bow down to their, every needs, where in the same time, it's black men like that. So that's just a stereotype on the specific race. And you can go ahead and give your perspective just to get an audience perspective on what I'm talking about.
Well, personally, I publicly how I feel about interracial relationships and the detriment it does to the black community. Personally, I do feel like a lot of us in our communities, a lot of men and women do deify white women, white men or white people. You know what I'm saying? As far as relationship wise, it's something of taboo. It's something that we really, I feel like it's ancestrally. It's something that it's in our DNA. We want to, dominate something that's so polar opposite of ourselves. But so it's also a fetishy type situation there. But personally, I do feel like a lot of Caucasian men are as far as our sisters, they think that that's a catch, that's the a win for them, and a lot of the black men are kind of just falling to the wayside. But yeah, personally, we're gonna go into it about interracial relationships. My shit was pros versus cons. I don't see too many pros personally. That's my opinion. Like I said before, man, I've talked about Kamala Harris and Ketanji Jackson or whatever her name is. But I just found out recently her father went graduated from North Carolina Central. Man, that's my alma mater. Crazy shit. But anyway, I look at them as bad wenches. I look at the men that date white women, white women, like the guy. I think the guy we just named, he talked about last, the Supreme Court guy. I think he has a white wife. If I'm not mistaken. I think he married white but black before. But I just don't think I can't trust and I can't fuck with a black person that fetishizes over white people, bro. That's in my opinion. Out of all the races, and then especially with our past, it's like I feel like for one, it's weakening down our race. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of their types. You know what I'm saying? That's me personally. I'm like them. I'm like I don't have hate. I don't have the same hate, but I have the same as the whatever the little neo Nazis. I got the same mindset as far as keeping the races separate. That's just me. Like I do feel that way. You know what I'm saying personally. So I ain't gonna lie, shit. I've been with white women before. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. You feel me? But personally, I just know that's not the way to go. You know what I'm saying? Now that I'm grown, I don't want to reproduce with no white person, and I don't respect any black person that reproduces with white people. Really, like I mean, I don't, especially it depends on the type. It depends on the type, man. Like it's fuck us, but I don't fuck with niggas that have kids with white people, bro. Like knowingly and pedestalize them and like always talking about them in an endearing way, like they just way better, and then talking down to black women. That's my biggest shit. Like the ones that talk down and talk about black culture all the time, but they date white, exclusively white. I be like, nigga, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? That shit lame, personally. So yeah, man, that's just a little bit about my opinion on interracial relationships, man. Shit, that's just me. But I feel like black men, we show too much love for white women, bro. Not enough love for our sisters, for real. So that's also something. I ain't with all that. If you date white women, you hate your mama's bullshit. I don't believe that, but I feel like you hate yourself. You more so than anything. You know what I'm saying? If you dating white people, you hate yourself, bro. It's like white or black women. Black women or black men. If you date white, you hate yourself. Period. To me. Yeah.
I mean,
what
that's
you think?
understood, but this is what I think. I feel like it doesn't matter who you're with. You gotta keep a level of individuality about yourself. Either way, you gotta know who you are, where you came from, your ancestors, your struggle. And when you bring that to a table with a person, you got to be at peace with yourself. And a lot of people are not at peace with themselves. So they use the other person as an emotional pillow, basically, just to lay on, just to receive comfort. Like, you should be comfortable with yourself. A lot of people say they have a lot of trauma. They just they're not regular. But for me, the imagery of seeing black people in high places, no matter who their mate is, it's a positive image. It's a positive image for me. Just for black women, seeing a black woman being a vice president, seeing the first black woman Supreme Court justice, the imagery, it's the imagery for me. It's not all about who you're married to, but that is a big factor, because when you do breed with somebody from another race, your child takes on another heritage, another culture that they have to learn about. So that's like two cultures that they have to learn about, which could be conflicting. You said we are polar opposite, a white person and a black person. Like your great great granddaddy could have been a slave owner, and your great great granddaddy could have been a slave. So for you, you're like, what's going on? And that's a lot for a child to take on, especially what they're trying to teach in school today. So it's just something that you have to talk about. And for you, you have to have your child be comfortable with themselves. And I see a lot of identity crisis in mixed people born of multiple heritages. It's just tough for me looking at that person. Not for me. I feel like it's tough for them. So, but with that being said, it's a lot of powerful black and white people, men and women, who have married outside of their races. So You know,
Do you
like I
feel like the
said,
imagery? Do you feel like that imagery is coming at a cost of like actual progress, though?
for me, yes. Like that person is comfortable enough with himself and his wife to display her on a public stage. I feel what you're saying. I don't like when their mates talk negatively of that race, of their wife or husband in a negative
My
light.
thing strictly like policy wise too, though. Like that, like a lot of the people you see, they don't do shit once they get in office, once they get any power. Like these figureheads, they don't do shit. You know what I'm saying? That's my biggest deal. Like
They still
they don't do.
politicians.
So,
You know, they
I mean,
gotta.
exactly. So, what does the imagery do? You know, other than like, I don't know. I'm just not big on imagery. You know what I'm saying? I used to be, but I'm not too much because like it's like it's all a part of their plan. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's like they've been given those positions, just like Biden wanted a black woman. Like to me, like that is like a form of affirmative action or some situation. You know what I'm saying? It's like to me, it's like he's throwing us a bone. You know what I'm saying? As a black culture, I don't accept that. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, like fuck that white man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? For real, that's how I look at it, bro. Like president or not, fuck him. You know what I'm saying? Shit, don't give a fuck. But I guess people don't look that deep. They just, like you said, they want the imagery. But to me, it's like she married a Jewish white man. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what her father, but like I said, he was a lawyer or whatever like that. Her father was. I mean, I don't know, bro. I don't know too much. Long story short, man, they don't be my kind of people, but I don't trust them, bro. Like just because you black and you've been appointed a position doesn't give you any type of like credit or like validation to me and for the black community. Like you don't speak for us. You're a fucking outcast to me. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
So
I can't fuck with it.
how do you feel about RG3?
RG3, coon, bro, coon. Hey, major coon, nigga. Hey. I forgot I had said something, man. I be hating, bro. I be talking shit. Hey, I ain't hit that nigga. I said, you a cool. He said something. I can't remember what it was.
Keyword hating. Keyword
Hey,
hating.
I don't give a fuck, nigga. Hey, I'm gonna talk my shit, nigga. Hey, shit, cause hey, that's what the fuck I'm gonna do, nigga. Fuck him. Shit, it's my opinion, nigga. Shit, but yeah, cool, nigga. Shit, this what the fuck we do. Shit, talk flipping.
Hey,
Niggas
hey,
make jokes and
RG3, that's
shit.
my guy. That's my guy. I like RG3.
I bet.
And, he's himself. He plays his part. He doesn't like he's calculated, you know.
I don't want nothing bad for him, but I be shit, hey, shit. And then I'm gonna talk shit. Some could say it's some could say it's reality. It's my opinion. Shit. But I say I forgot what he did, bro. It was something. Oh, he was hosting the HBCU shit. And then he was talking like I forgot what it was. Like it was just some lame ass shit, bro. I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up, bro. Like it was the way I can't even remember it right now. It was like he was hosting some type of HBCU football shit. He said something out the way. He said some old coon ass shit, bro. Like I was like, nah, I don't like niggas. I don't personally. I mean, I know you said like you can get down with niggas like that, like the Sambo types. I don't fuck with them types, nigga. I don't fuck with them, bro.
You said
straight
what?
up,
I
like,
can get down with them. Nah.
Like
What
you
I'm saying is,
Sambo.
what I'm saying is this, man. What I'm saying is this. He knows who he is, man. Like I feel like the Russell Wilson.
Does he, nigga? You can't speak for that man. Like, does he? The fuck? Nigga, he's motherfucking dating white bitches. How the fuck you know he date that? I don't know, bro.
Hey,
I can't say that.
That's his preference. That's his preference. But listen, the Russell Wilson dynamic. This is where I'm gonna go with it. You know, everybody's hating on Russell Wilson. You know, he's a Christian man. You know, holy roller. To me, he seems like a good leader. Like, and that locker room, the Seattle locker room, when they was at the peak, it was a microcosm of society. You know, offensively, Pete Carroll wanted to go in the direction of Russell Wilson, but you know they were grinding out, running the game, run ball, defensive team, and Richard Sherman, Cam Chancellor, all those guys, they didn't really like that. You know, they didn't really like his leadership intangibles. They felt like he was a lame. You know, he always said the right thing. You know, he was always his attitude. It was just kind of perky.
Man, that nigga, you know? Don't nobody want to be around no old white talking ass, bitch ass, motherfucking talking ass nigga, bruh. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, TMP. You ain't expect that, did you? Yeah, nobody want to be
Hey,
around that shit. Shut the fuck
but
up.
but but
Big mouth
but in
ass motherfucking
retrospect,
white bitch that was
eh,
with you on draft day. The bitch mouth big as hell, bitch. Bitch like she eat a brick.
listen, in
Fuck your
retrospect,
teammates, bitch. She fucked your teammates. I was that RG3. No, that was RG3. What?
do you want to be a woman that's around Richard Sherman,
No,
a
that
man
was
that's trying to
him. And his bitch fucked his roommate. My bad. Like, I gotta say that. That nigga wife fucked his damn teammate. Golden Tate, wasn't it? Yeah, got him
listen?
out of
I'm
there.
not
Send him
trying
to
to
the
get into
door.
all that because if we get into all that, we're gonna talk about Colin Kaepernick fucking his teammate's
Oh, I'm just
girlfriend.
talking shit. I'm talking shit. Go ahead, bro. But I gotta. Hey,
Exactly. But
you the
this is
one
what I'm
talking about these
saying.
niggas know they said.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. What's more toxic? A positive image or a guy that's trying to kick down your daddy's door and beat him up or beat him to death like Richard Sherman was? You know.
Hey, that was a domestic violence situation. So I mean, that's an individual situation. So I can't speak on that. But there's duality. There's duality. You know what I'm saying? There's guys that can step on the edge by crossing into criminality. There's guys, you know what I'm saying,
Exactly.
that can. So, but I mean, me personally, like you said, be yourself. Be what makes you positive and is gonna make you not hurt anyone. Be a good person. You know what I'm saying? Be that. But be down. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is like, I just don't like. I don't know. Like I said, it's my opinion. I just don't like. I said, you're not the type of nigga I fuck with because you don't value. And I feel like you don't value yourself. You don't value black people. If you can't, out of all these black bitches on this earth, nigga, and you choose a white bitch, nigga, I don't. That's iffy, bro. It's iffy to me, man. To me, that already shows you like you don't like how you look. You don't like black skin. You don't like black smell. You know what I'm saying? All that shit, nigga. Like you not my kind. So I can't have you at my cookout and shit. Like at least Russell Wilson got Sierra. See, I can respect that. Russell Wilson got Sierra. I can, like that's a real nigga to me. Like just because he corny or corny, nigga. I don't think he's corny. I'm corny, nigga. Like just because he's corny by Channing Crowder's lame ass. Like nah, I'm that type, nigga. I take care of my family, stay out the way, try to get a bag or get a bag, nigga. Fuck, try to get in the bag. So that's my mindset. Like I like because he fuck with a black woman now. He don't redeem this stuff in my opinion. Yeah.
So, how do you feel about the aspect of people saying Russell Wilson is a sellout or a simp because he's a stepfather?
Oh damn, that's tough. Shit, I feel like that's a tough rap, man. I ain't shit. I ain't down on niggas that take care of other men's children. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't shitting on you. Hell shit, I ain't shitting on you. Like straight up.
But
I think
at the
it's
same time,
tough.
you and I know stepdaddies get no credit. They get no credit. You know, they can invest $500,000 into a child that's not there, and at the end of the day, that motherfucker look at you, but like, you still not my dad. Like,
True.
that's just what you gotta live
you
with.
see situations where it turned out good. Like Shaq, that wasn't his biological father. He sounded like he had a
It's multiple situations. I'm just saying, if you part ways with that child's mom, like they can cut you off, and no matter what you did for him. I know a guy, coworker. I don't really want to speak on it, but he was talking about his girlfriend's long-term girlfriend's daughter, and the like that was his daughter, and then come to find out they had a domestic violence issue where his ex-girlfriend and her daughter tried to jump him. So
dang.
yeah, that's like where's the appreciation? You know, I don't know what he did, but it's just like
That's wild.
very wild. But at the end of the day, be yourself, love who loves you, and also have a same level of humility. Don't look at other people's relationships like, oh, that's relationship goals, that's toxic. Focus on your relationship. Focus on your relationship. Make sure you and your spouse, you and your partner, you and your mate, y'all doing things to build each other up. Because in relationships, it's a lot of times where you put that other person before yourself, and that can be toxic in itself. And I hear a lot of women talking about, oh, I wish my man loved me the way Will Smith loved Jada. That's toxic love right there. Like,
Facts.
Will should have had enough wherewithal to understand where he was and handle himself accordingly. He should have talked to Chris Rock behind the stage, and let him know how he felt. We got to use reasoning skills. We're humans. We're superior beings. We're not animals, And if we behave as such, you should have consequences, And sometimes a lot of individuals judge harshly. Like, he could have hit a certain individual and could have got shot. The individual could have retaliated and beat him to a pulp,
Facts.
It'd have been all over a joke. All over a joke. Sad.
Yeah, that Hollywood mess, man. Shoot, that's real.
Very
yeah,
real.
man, relationships definitely can be mentally taxing, man. That's involving two people, man. It's just not just your own issues that you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you definitely have to maintain a good mental, health regimen or whatever you do to, to keep your sanity and whatnot. Because talking about relationships in general, man, they said I know they talked about domestic violence jumping up during the pandemic and stuff like that. So yeah, you just got to definitely keep a level head, man. But that's real, man. And like you said, I agree with you, man. You can't look at other people's relationships as goals because you don't really know what goes on behind closed doors. That's fact. You don't know. So, you know what I'm saying? Shit, stay in your lane, as LeVar Ball once said.
Yeah, people put on for the internet. People definitely put on for the internet.
Yep.
So you got to make sure you staying true to yourself. And at the end of the day, when you're in a relationship or any type of relationship, it can become toxic, and they could affect your health, your mental health, add more stress, add more weight on your shoulders, more worries, other people's problems. Like I said, you put other people's problems before yourself, and that could be taxing. That's not even you. It's an extension of yourself. And then you bring a child in the picture, they just add another stress level, And
yes, sir. Remember that comparison is the thief of joy. Remember that comparison is the thief of joy, man. So,
right.
Just think about that, and I just want to say that real fast, man. It is like 100%. Like, and with this digital age and this relationship age, where everything is under a microscope and everything is virtual, and all this shit is put to the forefront, all this propaganda and unrealistic things. I seen this one thing. It was so unreal. It was so crazy. It was like I know that can't be something that dude does every day. I ain't even trying to be funny, bro. Like, he had ran her bath water. His bitch got all where he ran her bath water, cooked the dinner, bro. The feed, nigga. Bro, he did like a whole bunch of shit, clean and clothes. Like, it was all for. And it's like, I'm like, who? You think about who the fuck recording you doing this shit for one? That's the worst. Like, who the fuck recorded? So that artist so just contrived, just put on, bro. So it's like, and he was doing all this shit with his wife, with a girl or whatever. Like, you're like, bro, it was like 5-6 things he did for her, bro. He had cooked dinner. It's run a bath water, put this, bro, like wash the dishes. Bro, it was a lot of shit, bro. I was like, bro, cap, bro. All I had to say, nigga, cap, bro, cap, nigga. Hey, so, hey, baby, we had laughable moments out here, bro. The cap, bro. Straight up, nigga. Hey. That shit had me, bro. That's all I gotta say, bro. Cap, nigga.
That's basically all it is, man. Like, people allow to boost their image, And with that being said, domestic violence, and I know of late, it's been a lot of missing black women. Well, not a lot, just a few, or however you want to look at it. They went on dates with white men, and then a few days later, they coming up missing. So it doesn't matter who you date. A person can be toxic, no matter if they're white, black, brown, tan, yellow. So
Facts.
They can just be a crazy person, And some people don't like to use the term crazy, but a lot of people have a chemical imbalance with themselves, It can be based off their childhood, it can be based off their present day reality, They just got a lot of things going on, and they can react like Will Smith and just walk up on stage and smack somebody, and then yell from the crowd, "Keep my motherfucking wife name out your mouth," That's just inappropriate, For a public forum like the Oscars, man. Like, people got to think about it, man. Like, you better have decorum out here. You know, you got to be able to go different places, put on different faces. You know, you got to put on sometimes. You know, control yourselves and just basically become a boss. Could you imagine Jay-Z doing something like that?
Some people say putting on is a form of mental insanity. Like, what do you feel about that? Like, having to continuously put on face and put on is a form for, especially for Black people. You know, we call it code switching. That's a form of mental insanity, or like not even insanity. You know, it's a turbulent place for your mental sanity to be. You know, so to have to teeter totter and be on eggshells and shit like that. Like, and personally, I agree.
So you don't believe in being professional?
Oh, hell yeah! I mean, you gotta be. See, but I've been conditioned. Like, I want things, so that's really, I do. Yeah, like, I do believe I can code switch. I can, you know what I'm saying? I do believe in being professional. It's the time and place, but it doesn't change what I said. It doesn't make, you know, it does not validate. It doesn't take away from what I said. You know what I'm saying? It still validates. It's still valid. You know what I'm saying?
The way I look at it is, you got to do what you got to do what you want to do. That's how I look at it. You got to do what you got to do what you want to do. So, and that's with anything in life.
That's fact. But it's also, we've been raised in conditions, so that's our nature. You know, that's our nurture. So that, you know what I'm saying. So that's also a fact. But we like, it's really some conscious shit, man. I'm just going deep. Like,
yeah. Well, I'm with you 100%. Like you said, we've been conditioned, we've been raised to be this way. And with that being said, our way of life is a lot different than our ancestors. So, you know, we got to accept our culture and stop trying to reject it. You know, we're American. We got just as much right as a white man out here in these streets. So, you know, we got to carry ourselves accordingly. You know, if we doing the things the right way, we can see that man in court. We can have our day in court. We can get a lawyer just like them. Got to get our money right and do the right things, you know. It ain't like we got to complain about it. Like, sometimes you got to do what you got to do, you know. And if you know what you got to do and somebody try to check you, be like, listen, I got records. I record everything I do. So, I mean, if you want to check me, I'm going to check you. You better make sure you're doing the right thing. You know, you got to be ready for everything. Got to be ready for everything. So that's just how I am. That's why I'm like, if a white man he's in love with black women, and his parents, they're resistant to that, they can create a chemical imbalance. Like, that's just like
I can see that. I smoke a bag of that, bro.
I mean, like, that's why I said, if you in love with a person and you competent enough to take them home to your mom, show them off on Facebook, I mean, that's you. That's your life. Live it. I mean, don't try to please everybody else. You can't please everybody. So, at least start with yourself. So, you going in the right direction. As long as it's not unhealthy for you or anybody else, you know, you got to make sure you're comfortable and living a positive life, you know.
Thanks.
And also, what I want to go into.
Go ahead.
Also, what I'm going to, I just want to talk about a lot of black women saying that black men date black women until they get, you know, rich or to a higher level, you know, and then they get a white woman.
When they get on to the ass for a white girl.
But Russell Wilson is the anecdotal truth of that's not true. Because he's the
once you go black, you don't go back, huh? Man, that nigga, man, that shit.
Isn't he half white? So, I mean,
I don't think he is actually, but he really ain't. I don't think.
Okay.
We all got white, but now he actually ain't.
Like he's like Native American or something.
Exactly, like I think he's black and Native American or something like that.
Yeah, so I mean, he's still multicultural. So,
I think his mom might be mixed or something, and his dad was black or something like that. So,
so I mean, at the end of the day, you know, take care of yourself, take care of your kids, take care of your partner, and with taking care of yourself, you also got to have some self-time, some time to yourself, you know. Take some time to go out, work out, go to the bar, mingle with some people, meet some people, network, you know. Don't just sit up in the house and listen to the kids say, let me use your phone. Nah, get them their own phone. Put restrictions on their phone. Make sure you limit their knowledge until they're ready to understand it and digest it, you know. So you just got to be active out here, man. You know, actively taking care of your kids, taking care of your spouse, and taking care of yourself. You know, those should be your goals, not portraying an image or a character for people or what people think about. We're not in high school no more. You know, we got to take care of
Hell nah.
ourselves. We got to take care of life, take care of our problems first before we try to help
But
somebody else.
every action that you do at this point, it should be calculated. You know what I'm saying? It should even be back then in high school. Yeah, especially now. You know, straight up.
No, you gotta move out here like you got stuff to lose, even if you don't, because you gotta work to obtain some in life.
Exactly, because don't you got dreams? Don't you want more? So just because you don't got it, you still got something to lose. You got dreams to lose. Boom. Gems. You feel me? Like niggas don't be thinking about that. You feel me? You fucking they put you in that shit for 50, 60, 70 years, you know, a couple of life sentences. Them dreams is over, you know? Over. Right. So it's a new term, crashing out, man. I hate that shit. I want to always talk about that shit. I mean, it sound good in the raps, man, but the whole thinking of crash out, nigga, like that shit's like it just sound like a horrible damn metaphor for life. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like that's sad that there's black people who think like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that term is getting so much damn love in our community. Nigga, oh man, don't crash out, nigga, crash out.
Yeah, man.
Crash, collide violently with an obstacle or another vehicle, move or cause to move with force, speed, and sudden loud noise, a violent collision, typically one or another vehicle, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, man, like, and then out, nigga, so you out of here. You want to crash, you want to do violently hitting to something, and then it be out. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, that's the black community, though, nigga. You want to violently do some shit and go right to jail, shit. Crash out, nigga. Like, nigga, this white shit, this white supremacy is too fucking hard, nigga. I'm out. Like that whole mindset needs to go. It needs to be deaded, man. So, like, it sound good. I mean, R.I.P. Young Dolph. He made a few songs talking about crash out. That's a whole Memphis thing, but niggas, shit, that ain't the move. That ain't the move, man. Shit, niggas need to stop all that. Something I'm just thinking about. Yes.
So for you, who do you look at as a role model or relationship goals, so to speak, when you look at a couple, you know?
Shit, it got to be somebody I know.
Your parents, your uncle.
It'll probably be my grandfather. It'll probably be my grandfather, my grandmother. R.I.P. William King. But yeah, it would definitely be them. It would definitely be them. That was.
And I think that's beautiful. You know, a lot of people should stop looking at these entertainers, athletes, actors. You know, start looking at regular people. You know, in our community. You know, how they carry themselves. You know, how they obtain their sanity. You know, because a lot of these actors aren't sane. You know, they're reading from a script. You know, they're reading from a script. They're good actors. They put on a good show. You know. And it's heartfelt, but that's not reality. You know, we go through real problems. Sometimes you just need somebody to talk to, you know. And before you act out, you need to talk it out. Because they can end your life, they can end your freedom, and that's going to affect not only you, but your family. You know, your people in your inner circle. People that depend on you.
Facts.
So, you know, we just got to move accordingly out here. That's how I see it.
I agree, man. Hey, we got to. Shit's wild, man. They want to take Jake, man. TMP, man. We going hard all year, man. We just getting started, man. And the video to it, man. We gonna keep on pushing, man. Got some music coming out.
So, if any ladies viewing the video, y'all want to interject, y'all want to come in, join in the podcast, give your perspective, you know. That would be greatly appreciated. You know, I think the world's want to see your opinion. You know what, men with not a toxic, but a masculine viewpoint. And not to say women can't be masculine, but I think having a good balance between masculinity and femininity in a woman is appropriate, especially in these modern times. You know, because a lot of women live by themselves, or you know, don't have the protection or the leadership of a man in their lives, and they never had that their whole life. So
Yep, you better have that
that can be
scrap.
toxic in itself. That can be toxic in itself. You know.
Fact.
So, and a lot of men never had a man in the house, so they're filled with feminine energy. You know, along with a lot of toxic masculinity. You know, because they going off what they think a man is. You know. And in order to be a man, you would have to have studied a man, you know, or at least observe, you know, to understand what a man really is, you know, how a man go about his day to day. You know, but you still got to have that individuality. You got to be individual, you know, you got to be yourself. Got to let your characteristics shine through your personality, you know. And that's all I really got to say about that. I mean, relationships, that's just the way we connect with the world, you know. So we gotta have good relationships out here, you know.
Big fact.
And we gotta be good people. We gotta bring something to the table from that perspective. Like
I be hearing Kevin, what's that dude name? The fucking relationship nigga, Kevin Samuels. The only one of some of the things that I agree. One of the things he says I agree with is he says the world is about people, and relationships. I agree with that shit, man. That's one of all the crazy shit that he said. That's some of the realest shit he said. Some of the provocative shit, it ain't crazy. Some of the most provocative shit, because the shit, a lot of shit valid, but some of the most out of that shit, that's the realest that I heard out of all the shit he said. The world is about people and relationships, man. So don't be tricked out your position, bro. Like, it is, man. Like, don't let this metaverse. I mean, get your money, but don't fall. Don't be thinking this fake world bullshit is it.
It is what it is. I mean, and with that being said, it's a thing of being socially awkward, you know. So that's why I say you got to work on yourself before you can actually be with somebody else. You know, you can actually join together with people. You know, if you're a fucked up person, it's gonna shine through. You know, people gonna look at you like, damn, this motherfucker fucked up, man. This motherfucker don't never agree with nobody, don't never understand or try to understand. You know, or he's just weird. You know, we can't talk to him, we can't communicate. Like, he never has any good answers. You know, he's just not smart. You know, so you got to work on yourself. Be able to bring something to the table in conversations, idea wise. You know, you just got to be able to intermingle. You know, that the world just ain't black. It's black, white, brown, Asian. You know, it's different cultures and stuff. So you got to be conscious of these things, you know. So if you disrespect somebody just because you didn't know, they not gonna care if you didn't know. You can't be ignorant to those facts, man. You got to be ready for anything. Like I said, you got to be professional. So
big facts, man. Ignorance to the law is not an excuse, man. Ignorance to the law does not absolve you. So that's a fact, nigga. Ignorance of the law is not an excuse to disobey the law, nigga. You will still go to jail if you didn't know robbery was illegal. Period. So, see, feel like you better figure it out. You know, some of you better get a clue, as they say. Some better start clicking, because I mean, nobody wants to do this shit alone out here. Nobody. I mean, shit. I mean, if you do, it's gonna be harder. But I mean, life is about people, man. I don't care what it is. You know, you ain't gotta have kids, but you should. If you were living in this world, you ain't gonna do it by yourself. You ain't gonna make it alone. You didn't make it to this point alone, and you're not gonna finish alone. Period. You know, you didn't make it to this point. I say that to a lot of people that act all arrogant and act like their life sucks and nobody cares. I'm like, you wouldn't have made it this far if somebody didn't give a fuck about you. Somebody gave a fuck about you. You know what I'm saying? They're like, I do it. Man, shut the fuck up. Everybody like they do everything by themselves, and they, you know what I'm saying? Nobody helped them, and the woe is me. Man, you better figure this shit out. You wouldn't have got here by yourself, so start acting like nobody gave a fuck. At one point, somebody was there for you. You know what I'm saying? That's facts. Somebody fed you, kept you warm. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. So,
and with that being said, that's why I say you got to work on yourself, man. Because sometimes people might know you're an idiot. People might not like the way you're dressing, but that person could like you and give you opportunity just because they like you, your personality, what you said to them, stuck with them, you know, just off the fact how you made them feel, you know. So just having a good energy about yourself and working on your demons, you know, talking to somebody, a professional therapist, you know, just anybody, you know, a parent, just trying to get some understanding why they are how they are and how that made you, and then trying to understand yourself, you know, so you can sell yourself to other people, you know, be more likable, you know.
Yep. Big facts. Yeah, man. That's some
because
real
people
shit.
gonna help you. People gonna help you. Like, but they not gonna walk for you. You know, you got to walk for yourself as a man. That's how I look at it.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no excuse. You can get the basic essentials, take care of yourself, but you gotta attain the knowledge. You gotta obtain the capital. You know, you gotta do it
Choice is
yourself.
yours, man. You gotta make it. You gotta make the right choice.
Right. Life is about choice, decision making.
I don't feel bad about anything happening in my life. I'm like regrets. I don't really see how people have a lot of regrets. You know, you was kind of like I always feel like I was conscious of what I was doing while I was doing it. Like I don't really regrets is for people. I feel like that means maybe somebody tricked you or something. You know, I was always cognizant of what was going on. Even if it was a decision made for me, I was like, this is this. I was cognizant of it. You feel me?
Right.
It is what it is.
All them losses ain't losses. They lessons. They lessons. You got to take them as lessons. And if you keep making the same mistakes over and over again, you ain't learning nothing. And you ain't going to get nowhere. You're just going around in circles. It's like you're on a boat using one paddle or whatever it's called, just paddling in circles. You got to have two of them. You got to work in unison to move forward.
Big facts. Biggest.
That's just how I go. And I hate to say it, when you're in a relationship, you got to think about you being on the boat. If one person pedaling, y'all just going in circles. You got to have both people pedaling.
Oh yeah, I swear. Yeah. I swear, bro. I swear.
So
like, you got to be equally yoked, as they say, equally yoked.
Exactly.
That there's no way some can coexist about it.
Yeah, that's why. You know, a lot of women look at it, they want to be equal because when they're in a relationship with a man, they feel like doing the same thing. But I look at it like this, the way Dave Chappelle said it, what if LeBron James decided today he wanted to be a woman? Would they still let him play in the NBA? Or would they make him go to the WNBA where he could score 140, well no, he said 840 points a game.
That nigga stupid. So, I don't know, that's a good question, bro.
What is equality? What is equality? Everybody ain't built the same. Every woman ain't the same intelligence as the next woman, you know. Every man ain't the same intelligence, you know, like physically. There's some women out here that can beat men up. So I mean, hey.
Oh, but damn so. To beat the hell out of you.
Yeah.
This goddamn strong goddamn bitches out here, boy.
So I mean,
that's real.
Like when you get in a relationship, it's good for you to understand your roles and understand them quickly. Like, how can you make your partner better? How can she make you better? You know, y'all got to play your part. You know, play your roles, as they would say. You know, and sometimes traditional roles don't fit for y'all relationship. You know, and you got to be ready to understand that. You know, it could be a woman that's smarter than you. It could be a man that's smarter than you. You know, and you got to basically concede. You know, come to a compromise.
Personally, that's the thing about myself that I feel like I'm different from most men as far as like ego, like male pride and ego. Like, man, I had that. Like, man, I always think of that Dave Chappelle sketch where he's dating Oprah. Man, I wouldn't give a fuck. Like, nigga, like most men feel like they had to tear their bitch down. I've heard if they make more money. I'm like, bro, you a bitch ass nigga. Like I'm the type of nigga like, oh, if my bitch making $1 billion, right, nigga, $1 billion. We all know how much $1 billion is, and she gave me $100,000 a year. 100,000. That ain't, you know, that's a drop in the bucket for $1 billion. You know, if you're a mathematician, like, you ain't gotta be a mathematician, know that. I'ma make that shake. Like, niggas be, my mind said, like, nigga, I don't get it, bro. Niggas be insecure. Like, I'ma make that shit turn into a couple million. That's my mindset, but like, I don't get that in the gender norms and shit. Like, that's why shit be fucked up. I hear about all the time from women complaining about men being insecure that they're the breadwinner or that they making bread too or whatever the fuck. It's a power dynamic. And me, I've never had that issue. Like, I'm like, man, this TMP, like this, we gonna be real. We gonna be flip. This is my mindset. Like, you a bitch. Like you're my bitch. Like what the fuck do I care if you make more money than me? Like, at the end of the day, you're my woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my mindset as far as in a relationship. Like, so nigga, like, what the fuck do I give a fuck if you make more money than me? As long as you come, like, you gonna be humble if you gonna deal with me. That, but I guess I don't know. Like I said, I've also heard that women get ego when they get the bread. So that's an argument too in itself. So it's like, but I would, that's just my mindset, man. I wouldn't let a woman because she make money to me feel like she can talk to me that type of way. And if I got a lot of money, I'm not gonna talk to my woman no type of way. You know what I'm saying? If I'm the bread, that's just me. Like ego, money don't move me. That's just my mindset. Like I feel like that's a big issue in relationships. Like that power dynamic. You know what I'm saying? Like. But that's just me. Like that's how I roll, and I feel like I have confidence in myself as a man. And I feel like a lot of niggas don't. All their confidence is from their wallet. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, that's my 2 cents on that, bro. Like that's some real shit.
Yeah, man. It's simple, man. Life can be simple. People overcomplicate things. They overcomplicate relationships. Like what we said earlier, looking at other people's relationships. Your girl could come to you and be like, I want to do what they're doing. I mean, sometimes it's good, try and do things, but, you got to have a core value or core values in your relationship and stick to them, And sometimes when you step out of bounds, they can open up Pandora's box, and just create a whole new sheet of problems, So we got to stay true to ourselves and our partners and our family, And remember, we all carrying the same name, and a lot of people, they have issues with women that hyphenate and don't change their name. Like they said, Camilla Harris, she didn't change her last name. She didn't take her husband's last name.
Man, I seen that shit too. That shit funny.
Yeah. So
that shit funny.
For me, I'm a more traditional man. I want my wife to take my name, but I still want her to be herself. I want her to be the individual because I didn't give her my name to, but like do what I say. No, I married you because I respect your value and I respect who you are,
Fact.
And I want you to have my name, and our children are gonna carry our name for the years to come, generations. And it started with us. We building a foundation, That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
So I mean, are your kids gonna hyphenate their names for the rest of their life? Like that just starts a whole bunch of
hell no.
I feel like unnecessary wording,
Facts.
Standardized test, and you're gonna have to hyphenate, fill in the bubbles. Like that's extra work. Like
facts.
And then when you have a biracial child, testing, they're gonna ask them, "What is your race? African American, other?" Like fill in the blank. I'm black and white. Like it's just additional work. I feel like you're defending yourself, and then you had to defend yourself again. Well, on my other side of the family, like black people already go through that enough because I know a lot of black people have like the mom side might be hood, the dad side might be proper. Like they create good personalities. So I mean, we got to understand. Culturally, that's gonna really fuck a kid up. At the end of the day, I feel like. So
true shit. Yeah,
we can go on about this for days.
Yeah, I say I'm against multiracial, man. I already don't voice my opinion on that shit. I'm adamantly against it, man. Look. When you think about how I feel, I'm a student of Dr. Umar Johnson, bro. That's just it, bro. Like leave the snow bunnies alone, bro. Leave the snow bunnies alone, bro.
Listen. Before we get
on, too many single sisters out here, beautiful single sisters. Go ahead.
Listen, it's been a lot of pro-black or so-called pro-black men in history who have married white women, had relationships with white women. Martin Luther King, I want to say Marcus Garvey, but I don't think it was him. I think it was another one.
Like Frederick Douglass. Frederick Douglass was one.
It was somebody else. Like it's been some ex-Black Panthers. It's been some ex-Black Panthers that marry white women, and a lot of black women too that swear that they are so Afrocentric. They have white mates. Like I remember, I was in Charlotte one day at a Black Lives Matter. I wasn't there. I was going to work, and I saw a black woman with a white dude with a sign that said Black Lives Matter. I'm like, damn, man, this shit is weird, bro. But I mean. Like he was just walking around like her slave, like she was a dominatrix or something, like with a
In fact.
dog chain around his neck. Like he was like, I really
Oh,
don't want to be.
I seen she went to Central. She went to North Carolina Central too. Small fucking world.
Who you talking about? I'm not talking about anybody specific. I'm just saying this is something I saw.
What
I saw this.
What you said a girl with a chain around her dude neck?
No. I'm just saying that was his body language. Like he was just being dragged out
Oh,
there.
okay. Like he was simping for the girl, for the lady.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like a lot of black women feel like they can dominate a white man, you know. Well, at
True.
the same time, a lot of black women could dominate a lot of these black men, but they look at them as weird, you know, just because they not cool, they not hood, they not
Shit
out here publicly chasing a bag, displaying the riches for everybody to see, you know. They just go to work, go home, go to the store in they work boots, like they ain't driving no Benz, they driving a Honda, you know. They just take care of themselves and their family, you know. They're not out here trying to put on a facade. Ain't out here taking pictures in front of Lambos. Huh?
I said I froze up on my side. I don't know.
I see that. I see that.
Right? All day.
Yeah, you back.
Go.
You back. Yeah, we can kind of wrap it up though. I mean, we just wanted to give y'all perspective about how we feel about relationships. I mean, for me, I'm like, as long as you stand true to yourself, date whoever you want to date. You know, don't let that person change you or change your perspective on who you are or where you came from. If that person tries to enlighten you, give them your perspective, not only your perspective, but how you were raised, you know, your day-to-day life, how you encountered people and what you saw. And be honest, you know, because if you're racist or have that stuff subconsciously in you, like due to your parents or your grandparents, it's going to eventually show, and it's going to cause some friction within your relationship. So that's how I look at it.
That's a good synopsis, man. Yeah, man. I'm all for free love. Like I said, it's just my opinion, man. Like it ain't nothing. You shit. Everybody got one. Like assholes, man. You can take it and flush it down the goddamn toilet. For all I give a fuck. But it's an opinion, you know. But it's a strong one in my opinion that struck a lot of folks that are in interracial relationships that come out and told me personally. So I mean, I know I don't mean any offense by it. It's just my opinion. Like I said, I feel like I can talk about it because I also grew up at having a fascination for white men. Like I can't. That's just facts. I probably grew up around middle school age, but I thought they were more superior to black women, and you know what I'm saying. Yeah, like I can talk about it. You know what I'm saying. That's my opinion. I had people. So I feel like I'm qualified to talk about it, but I've had people that come out to me and told me personally they thought some of my stuff was real harsh. Man, he thought he was just like he's like you in your bag or whatever. He thought I was talking. I think I was talking about him, but my thing is I direct it. My thing is if you gonna don't talk about black women. That's all my thing. If you're gonna fight with white women and white men, black brothers and sisters, then don't speak on the black caucus. Don't speak on the black goings on, the society, the community. Leave that shit be, and stay being a bed wench, coon sambo ass motherfucker. That's it. Stay being a bed wench. Stay being a sleep motherfucker. Don't come around none of the cookouts or none of the goddamn Black Lives Matter shit. Like, really, I mean, you already show what you value. You already show which, like Umar Johnson said, when you die, your money goes to a white woman. I don't know. I mean, some people have kids, some don't. But either way, the kids, I guess, I'll say they're black. I agree they're black. But that's just me, man. But they're black in color, but their minds people will probably be just like yours, worse than white. So it's just a tough situation with me, man. Like I said, I'm all for free love. If you know me, I mean, so I don't give a fuck. Ultimately, like, what you're like, I'm gonna stop you. I'm gonna be rallying that, talking about this, that, and third. No, like, I don't even voice this openly, but so free love, date who you want. But that's
love is love. Love is love.
Love is love. Love is love. Yeah, like whatever. Like as I told this person, that's funny you said that. As I told this person, he was like, the girl had his back ever since whatever, went against her family for him and everything. And I'm just like, bruh, if you, he was like, I'm looking for trying to have a black son, or whatever. And I was like, bro, if the chick you with white and she hold you down, and this time you better be with her. And I told her that. I said, bro, she will hold you down for whatever you say. You've been messing with her for for a while, for like years, like over decades, and you got 2 kids by her, and it's like basically like I was like, bro, if you ain't gonna find too much better out here, it is a tough climate out here with women. So with all women, I will say that, like, they've been brainwashed, manipulated, beaten, degraded. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. They've been they traumatized. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
Yeah, I feel the mindset of the black man too, as far as like being tired too. But I feel like whoever's gonna work for you, be with them, bro. And that's just facts, bro. Like whatever's gonna make you feel good about yourself in this world, like date them, bro. I swear. Especially if you tried your best and
hey, true shit. But Cal,
hey, that's my opinion. If you tried with black women, like, and gave it your all, and it didn't work out, and you find a white woman, a Mexican, a Chinese, whatever, and it worked, Korean, nigga, be with that Korean lady. You know what I'm saying? Like, I swear, because who wants to have their back stabbed by a bitch that's a money hungry bitch or a piece of shit bitch, bro? Like, but that's my 2 cents, man. You got any more to add on that?
I mean, let's just go ahead and wrap it up. My phone dying. So all right,
that's the bet, man. I appreciate y'all staying tuned, man. But this has been another edition of TNP, man. Y'all hold it down, man. Appreciate the love.